What's up, guys? My name is JDCook5 and welcome back to an episode of the Creator Club Career Mode. But before we get into things, it'd be much appreciated if you're able to hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button, don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. And in terms of all my socials, they're all linked down below so you never miss any updates in regards to the channel. We are at the penultimate episode of this Creator Club Career Mode, and if it all goes to plan, it should be it then. And this is the lineup then. We've got a massive game away from home at Anfield. As you know, it's very tight at the top against Manchester City, so every game that we possibly play, we need to be getting a victory. In terms of the lineup, Van der Sar in goal, and Grancho's partner with Alvarez on the right, Medina on the left, De Jong and Jones in the middle, with a Creamer fifth just in front, with Alexis Vega on the left hand side, Louis Barry on the right hand side, and Francisco Lopez up top. Bit of a rotation in the side with big games coming up. Hopefully we can get the job done in this tie and get all 3 points. We've always had a few goals scored against us, and we always score a few goals against them when it comes to kind of just battles with Liverpool, to be honest. It's been very, very kind of tightly contested, that is for sure. And as you can see, we're just trying to defend early on in the tie, trying to see if we can get a kind of pace for the game, trying to see if we can get ourselves into it more than anything. A Creamer fifth makes a lovely individual run on the right hand side, does really well to be able to batten himself into the position that he actually was in himself. He whips the ball in, decent delivery, but just no one really meets on the end of it as Tamori clears. It falls back out to Curtis Jones, the ex-Liverpool man. He plays it on the right hand side to Alvarez then, and makes a lovely run on the right hand side, looking for options as he runs into the box. Decent delivery, and Lopez can't get enough on it to be able to get it past the keeper. There, just rattles off the post, and luckily for Alisson, it just falls back into his hands. Really, really unlucky, and very lucky for Alisson then. But yeah, that's definitely a good start in this 8 minutes or so, as Liverpool look to try and see if they can create their first chance of the half. It's going to be much the case where it's going to be back and forth, that is for sure, but we're expecting a high load of attacking from Liverpool now as Lafille tries to see if he can create something for his side. Does really well with ball control then, seeing if he can toy with Alvarez. So hard to get the ball off of him, as you can see, as Doggy finds Lafille. Lafille does well here as he turns, he finds Pedro, and Pedro with a lovely shot, but Van der Sar with a decent save. Chances at both ends then as Liverpool get the corner kick here as they play it short. Cody Gakpo whips it in from the corner as De Jong clears his lines, only as far as Guerrero there, as you can see. His shirt tries to clear. Onto a fifth it goes as a fifth looks to try and see if he can clear it out of his lines. He does really, really well to push himself up the pitch. As you can see, a run's being made as Alexis Vega looks to try and see if he can get himself in here. Alexis Vega, one-on-one. What a goal that would have been, but unfortunately it's not to be, because he does make the save once again there, Alisson, and he keeps his side well within terms to be able to get himself in front. There's a 20th minute mark here, as you can see. Cody Gakpo makes a long on the left-hand side. Just drags himself wide, not even exactly ideal position to be in. Medina clears as he finds a Creamer fifth. He takes it down really, really nicely as he finds Alexis Vega. 1-2 made by Lopez as he finds the gap really, really well. What a pass it is by Lopez. Vega in an ample bit of space here. He's only got the keeper to beat. He squares it to our fifth. He doesn't take it on himself, and a Creamer fifth gets the goal to make it 1-0 for JD Cook FC inside 23 minutes there as he celebrates in front of the Anfield lot. Really, really happy to be able to get on the score sheet so early in this tie. Lovely bit of delivery from Alexis Vega there as he just squares it across goal, and he just absolutely belts it with his right foot. Keep having no chance. He didn't really initially think he was actually going to take the chance to cross it, but he does, and Alisson just runs across goal. Unlucky from Anderson, but unfortunately it is 1-0 then as they look to try and see if they can retaliate and get a goal straight away as Lafille looks to try and see if he can play a ball in. Alvarez makes himself nice and big there as he puts it out for a corner kick as Bakayoko looks to try and see if he can take the corner as they look to play a 1-2 also, and I think they're going to do that. Yes, they do. He plays a 1-2 with Gakpo then. Bakayoko for himself a decent bit of space there, and if you watch Bakayoko, he's actually free on goal here, and that is exactly why he's got the goal to make it 1-1 then for Liverpool. Didn't take long for themselves to get back into the game, and as you could see from that short corner, if you actually do play it back, the run was made from the short, so Bakayoko's played the corner. As you can see, you can actually see it on the right hand side. He just dragged himself wide then, allowing enough space and enough time to be able to get the shot off, and he's done exactly that, completely unmarked, and there's no chance of being able to get the ball off of him, and it is now 1-1. As I say, goals come thick and fast in this tie. They've definitely done so in the first half, but we go into the second half now, looking to try and see if we can create something straight away from the kickoff as Alexis Vega looks to do some individual bit of brilliance, and unfortunately he lips at the final hurdle there as unfortunately could not get the goal then, but very, very good chance for us to get ourselves second in at this tie, that is for sure, as we continue on in the second half. Both sides are going to be willing to be able to get the 3 points, having been going in the half 1-1. But as you can see, Louis Barry makes a decent kind of chance here on the right-hand side as he plays in Kevin Alvarez. Alvarez takes his time and he actually strays to the middle, but what a ball that actually is to Medina. He takes it down perfectly with only the keeper to beat. But once again, Alisson with a really, really good save. And unfortunately, we're just not troubling him enough to really, really beat him. All the possession saying our way, as you can see, 66 possession as at the moment. Really, really hard for him to get the ball off of us. But as you can see, Liverpool have got a chance now in the 56th minute. Pedro holds the ball ball up really nicely as he finds Ndoggy on the left-hand side. Ndoggy plays it back, but back onto Ndoggy it goes. Nice 1-2, as you can see as it pans Pedro once again. Now Dumfries on the ball, but as you can see, De Jong makes a lovely interception there, finding Francisco Lopez. Run being made by a cream of fifth as he looks to try and see if he can beat Murillo for pace. Battling of Murillo here as he goes on one-on-one. So hard to beat the defender, but he seems to do it. But unfortunately, the shot does not live up to expectation, and it just strays wide. Substitutions being made then as Curtis Jones comes off. He hasn't really had the best of games, in all honesty. Really lacklustre performances from him. And also Ellis Sims comes on to the pitch. As you can see, 62 minutes into the tie. Really the case if we need to get a goal, and if we're going to do it, we need to do it soon, because we don't allow too much pressure late on in this tie. But they've got a chance here, Liverpool, in the 63rd minute then. Pedro looking to try and see if he can get the ball offloaded to one of his teammates. He finds Ndoggy behind him there, but unfortunately can't get enough of it. And that's actually my mistake. Jones is still on the pitch, and he makes a decent interception there, as you can see, as Ellis Sims has found a decent bit of space. Sims in on goal here. He's only got the keeper to beat, but it just can't be enough to be able to beat him this time round, as he looks very unhappy with his effort. But the clock is ticking, that is for sure, and it looks to be that we're going to be even leaving Anfield with a point so far, as you can see. But it's still not over. Still time to play. It might even be no points. As you can see, they make a decent run here as Bakayoko is found on the right hand side. Does really well to find Wilfred Gonotto, but the shot does not live up to anything, unfortunately, and it blazes it wide then as we get the goal kick as Valisev plays it short to spare Schurz. Schurz makes some quick movement here as he finds Kevin Alvarez on the right hand side. He makes a blazing run. Bellingham with the run also, as he's just come onto the pitch for a substitution. He's finding Alexis Vega, only the keeper to beat, and Joe Bellingham has only been on the pitch matter of minutes, to be honest, and he has already created an assist for Alexis Vega to make it 2-1 in the 80th minute with 10 minutes left to spare, and possibility of us getting all 3 points here at Anfield. As I said, it wasn't really looking the case that was going to be it, but it seemed to be, and a lovely goal that was, to be honest. A lovely bit of attacking play there. Joe Bellingham was picked out perfectly, and he picked out Vega perfectly also, to be honest. Lovely team goal. That's exactly what you want. Alisson has been absolutely brilliant for them so far. But unfortunately, it's just not enough to be able to stop that one as they continue on. Then they've made some substitutions themselves, Liverpool. And now they go on the break here as Bakayoko is found on the right-hand side. He tries to get the ball in, but it's just not enough there as Medina makes a lovely block, as you can see. Medbury is going to come on for Curtis Jones then as we look to try and see if we can change things up into a defensive attitude and get it solidified in terms of the result, as they look to try and play it short from the corner once again. For every reason, not going to actually, you can pump it in. Played short, Bakayoko whips it in now. Decent delivery, but Persia's clears only as far as Lafille then as he looks to try and see if he can find Ndoggy. But once again a save made by Valisev, and that was that. Full-time whistle being blown, and we have got victory here at Anfield, a 2-1 victory in the end. A very good result. I wouldn't say the best of performances as Liverpool nearly snatched it at the end, but I would definitely take it, that is for sure. And we need to keep getting this momentum to gain all 3 points in the league, to put all the pressure we possibly can on Manchester City, because it's so tight at the top. If anyone makes some sort of mistake, it could actually define the title, to be honest. So that's how close in we are. That's how few games that we've got left. And as I was talking about mess-ups, we have gone up currently. I'm not one to normally show you the table midway through the actual episode itself, but I thought I'd give you a brief update. We're actually a point clear of Man City after them drawing against Arsenal, so we had 2 big games then. Luckily, we come up on top against Liverpool, and unfortunately, they only got a point for themselves, meaning that we're actually a point ahead going into that fixture that we are going to play against in Manchester City. But before we do that, we have a massive tie here in the Champions League semi-final. It's going to be an away from home against Napoli, hoping for big things, but you just never ever know. In terms of the lineup, Vazov in goal, then Ndika and Schur's partner Alvarez on the right, Medina on the left, De Jong and Jones in the middle with Sudikov just in front, with Alexis Vega on the right hand side, Nico Gonzalez on the right, and Luka Jovic up top. This is definitely our full-strength side. There's no doubt about it. Looking at the side, I feel like it's capable to be able to get into the Champions League final, but different things have happened in the time, and you just never know, as I say, as you continue on then, as we go into the tie. 8 minutes into the tie. Napoli have had most of the possession so far. They've really held the ball nicely, but we actually do win it back really nicely ourselves, as Kevin Alvarez makes a lovely run on the right-hand side. So he looks to try and see if he can create some sort of counter-attack for himself. Can you see pink shirts offering support? He's not using them just yet. He finds Nico Gonzalez. Decent effort there as Moret makes a decent save once again, though, and it is now a corner kick, but nothing immense to the corner now as we go on to the game. 20 minutes into the tie. As I said, Napoli have had most of the possession. They've held the ball really nicely, and every time they've gone forward, they've looked dangerous, that is for sure. Kvaratskhelia looks to try and see if he can create something for himself as he finds Osimhen. Osimhen under a decent bit of space here as he back-heels it, and as you can see, it's really hard for them to get back into the box. We're trying to hound them for the ball. Cucurella can't get anything off, as you can see, as he finds Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia does so well then, and unfortunately for us, we have conceded a free kick right on the edge of the area. They have the most ample chance to be able to get a goal, and if it's going to be from there as we put a man on the line. Scherz on the line then to get things clear. As Sterling hits it, Scherz clears, as you can see, and Sudakov gets onto the ball as we try and see if we can clear our lines. Sudakov does really well to hold it up as he finds Evan and Dika, who finds De Jong in the middle of the park. De Jong now charging forward as Alexis Vega makes a decent run running into the gap. It's only him and the keeper to beat as he blazes past Saliba. Him and the keeper to beat, and he has done exactly that to make it 1-0 in the 26th minute in this semi-final tie, first leg, and we are now 1-0 up thanks to the efforts of Alexis Vega. Brilliant effort, I have to say, to be honest. He found the gap so well. We know he's got pace about him, so as soon as he gets on the ball and he's given that extra yard, there's just no stopping him, to be honest. Really well done from Alexis Vega. Happy with that one, that is for sure. And we are now 1-0 up in this tie. The nerves are settled definitely after getting that first goal, so I feel like things were a little bit sketchy in the first half. Napoli having a fair few bit of possession, having a few chances themselves also, so we've definitely silenced the critics. And now we are 1-0 up as Napoli get themselves started off then in this first half. 28 minutes being played. Kvaratskhelia looks to try and see if he can create something straight away as he received the ball on the left hand side, looking to try and see if he can create something as he cuts in on the right. Curtis Jones makes a really good interception though as we try and see if we can go on the counter-attack ourselves. Luka Jovic loses it momentarily, but Jones picks it back up as he finds Nico Gonzalez. Run being made by Sudakov. He's unmarked, he's in on goal. Surely it can't be 2. Yes, it can. Sudakov, the man to get on the score sheet, making it 2-1 inside 31 minutes. The Ukrainian international taking the Champions League by absolute storm, and we are now 2-0 up in this semi-final leg, and we're gaining some sort of advantage, that is for sure. The gap just opened up perfectly. Whatever the defence was doing, I don't even know, to be honest. No one even latched onto the man whatsoever. Unfortunately, they are now 2-0 down. Napoli with a big hill to climb. They've still got some sort of time to be able to get back into this fixture, but it's looking very bleak, that has to be said. As we continue on in this first half, 34 minutes being played. Can Napoli create something for themselves? As they have a lot of possession. As you can see, they're passing it back nicely, looking grounded, looking calm. It just seems to be they just can't get themselves in front of the goal. Another misplaced pass then, but Scherz does mess up himself. Kvaratskhelia retrieves the ball on the left hand side, finding Osimhen. Osimhen in a dangerous position. You can't give him time, and that is exactly why you cannot give him time. Victor Osimhen on the score sheet then, and just like that, there's only a 1 goal advantage that has been gained as now they get themselves back into the game then. Napoli. Kvaratskhelia picks him out perfectly, to be honest, and you cannot leave Osimhen with the time and space whatsoever. Evan Ndidi just doesn't really pressure him enough to be able to get the ball off him whatsoever, and he pings it on his left, just cross goal, and that just goes to show you his class, to be honest. Any other striker would have probably gone near post in that instance, but he wasn't worried about that whatsoever, and he slices it past the keeper. Near to the end of the first half there, as Napoli look to try and see if they go into the break level. Not too sure if that's achievable, but they're going to give it a go as Sterling's on the right hand side looking for a player there, as you can see. He finds Hardy, makes a decent run then, but unfortunately the ball is retrieved as Sudakov makes a decent run here on the left hand side after picking up the ball. Look at him go, the pace is electric, as you can see. Luka Jovic offering support also as Saliba loses his man then, and it's now 1-on-1 as Jovic has got his man to beat, and he's beaten the goalkeeper and he smashes it into the back of the net. And as I said, Napoli got themselves back into the game, but we've completely resulted that one out. Luka Jovic has got a third then, and it's his first of the tie also as we go into the break, gaining that second goal advantage also. Really good goal from Luka Jovic. Sets him up for the perfectly, to be honest. That left foot is so dangerous. There's no stopping that one whatsoever. Meret is a very good goalkeeper, but it was not enough to stop that one as we go into the second half now. As you can see, we start off things with a lovely bit of skill from Curtis Jones. He skips past the player. He finds Nico Gonzalez on the right hand side and makes a blazing run here. Decent delivery needed. He finds Jovic straight at Meret then as he puts it out for a corner kick, but a decent effort though, that has to be said, as De Jong gets the corner then. Decent delivery, and we just can't latch onto it. Sudakov gets the rebound, and that's very unlucky as it just strays past Meret then, as it still continue on in the first half then. Chances in the early on in the second half to put this game right to bed then, as we are 3-1 up currently, looking for a fourth, as you can see, as Kamara picks it up in the middle of the park for Napoli. Can they get themselves a second in the game as Kvaratskhelia tries to do a bit of skill then as he's wiped out by Alvarez. Referee's not interested in giving a foul as plays continued then, as Nico Gonzalez makes a run on the right hand side, offering support then, as you can see, as Luka Jovic on Alexis Vega makes himself available as Gonzalez finds Jovic. Jovic has got support. Vega in on goal, and Vega has found the fourth of this tie to make it 4-1 then inside 55 minutes. We've still got a plenty to go in terms of the second half minutes, but we are absolutely romping it, that has to be said. We've got a game plan and we've executed it absolutely perfectly, and that's what the top teams do. Even against such a big side of Napoli, it just seems to be that we're absolutely tearing them apart in this Champions League tie. I've struggled against smaller teams like Sporting Lisbon and Celtic, but for whatever reason Napoli have just absolutely fallen apart themselves, and they are now 4-1 down in this tie, looking so bad for them. And this pretty much sets us up for the final, to be honest. If we don't concede any more in this first leg and we actually have an okay second leg, I mean, we could still concede 2 goals and get away with it. So we're looking very, very good so far as we reach the half an hour mark as Cucurella tries to see if he can get another goal on this side. But unfortunately, he can't as Kevin Alvarez is so strong on that right-hand side. Does really, really well to beat him. And he beats him for pace also as he runs back at him. He finds Nico Gonzalez right there on the right-hand side. As you can see, Cucurella trying to see if he can collect the yards back. But as you can see, Gonzalez is just too fast for him. He's too good. Really, really good chance. But Moret makes a really, really good save. And then now that goes out for play. But as you can see, we make some substitutions. And the fifth comes on for Sudakov, Lopez on for Jovic, and Louis Berry on for Nico Gonzalez. Now we got 15 minutes left of this tie. As I say, big changes being made, and hopefully that won't kind of amend too much of play, because it always kind of is a bit hard introducing and it's about substitutions and kind of disregarding the flow of play. But we've got 15 minutes left to go, as you can see, as Medina picks it up on the left hand side, does really, really well to create some sort of play there as Alexis Vega finds himself in here. He's only got the few defenders to beat as he cuts inside on the right. Lopez offers himself up as a lovely chip ball was found to Lopez. He dragged too wide to get the shot off. He finds a fifth tries to get the shot. It's blocked. Hannibal now. And now Barry, very much the case of a ping-pong effect, but unfortunately nothing was got off in the end, but we don't care. Full-time whistle here being blown in Naples, and we've walked away with a 4-1 victory with now a 3-goal advantage. Unbelievable stuff. The second leg should be a breeze if that goes off. Anything would have happened in the first leg, but you never know, of course. But that was a very professional performance against a top side. Alexis Vega was on top-tier condition, to be honest. Absolutely unstoppable. Jovic was really good. Sudakov was really good. Curtis Jones and Young were good in the middle. The back four was really solid. And Valizev made a few decent saves. Into the last game of the episode then. And as you can see, we've got a big rotation on our hands. We come against Bournemouth. But after that big game against Napoli, we've used all our big players. This is the lineup then. Valizev in goal. Phillips and Schurz as the two centre-backs then, as Caicedo on the right, Quintana on the left, Heimer and Medjbury and Den Hilding midfield there as a fifth is just in front with Louis Berry on the left-hand side, Mukiela on the right-hand side, and Francisco Lopez up top. Big rotation, but hopefully we will get the result that we really, really need after Man City making a big mess up in that tie against Arsenal. Hopefully we can get a bit more of advantage going on. That is for sure. By the looks of things, Bournemouth looks to try and see if they can start this tie really, really quickly. Quintana just doesn't get the interception that he really needed. He wasn't too strong in the tackle. Kluivert finds his teammate really, really well. So looks to try and see if he can get a shot off. He does. And unfortunately, Che Adams puts it into the back of the net, but it will be ruled offside. And that is one that rolls back the ears. Che Adams, a previous striker of ours. He actually went to Crystal Palace. Then he was a free agent. And now he has ended up at Bournemouth. But we're going to forget about Che Adams, because now we've got a game to play. Louis Berry with our first chance there as he gets a decent shot off them. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough to beat the keeper, as we look to try and see if we can get a decent delivery from the corner. A fifth whips it in, and Schurz meets it with the header to make it 1-0 just inside 11 minutes. And per Schurz with the goal then. He hasn't had many added to his tally this year, but luckily he has got one this time round. As I say, he hasn't scored that much this year in terms of corners. It's been between himself and Evan Ndika, but that was a very nicely placed corner from a Creamer fifth. Just floated into the area. Per Schurz was unmarked, and he just rose above the defenders. No catching him whatsoever, and it is a decent goal then. Straight at the keeper, but it was just seemed to be too much power for him, and it is now 1-0 in this tie. Even though we've had a bit of a rotation in this side, we're still looking good, still looking like we can get all the 3 points here. As the 14th minute is being played, as Traore looks trying to see if he can create something. He finds Che Adams on the left, in the middle there, and he finds his teammate really, really well, trying to get the shot off here as we try and put him off, but it's really, really hard to do so, and the shot hits the side netting. Big wake-up call for us as Bournemouth to see if they can knock on the door and get an equaliser, and they're really, really pushing now. They're looking strong. They know we're here for the taking at some points in time in the game, with not having as many strong players on the field compared to normal. And as you can see, Traore finds Che Adams as he makes a 1-2 here. Che Adams just runs with it really nicely here, but unfortunately just couldn't really get the play going off. Schurz tries to win the ball, but he can't, as you can see, as a misplaced pass was made. Caicedo tries to get the ball off then, but Valizev eventually reaches out to the ball. But as you can see, it's just all Bournemouth. Bournemouth are literally getting all the possession, they're getting all the passing, and they're really, really knocking on the door for the equaliser. It's so hard to be able to stop the momentum at the same time and be able to kind of intervene in play and be able to kind of create some sort of play, being able to slow the game down, have more possession. It's really, really hard to do so. And as you can see, we concede a free kick as Che Adams tries to get into the box, and he does really, really well to do so. And it's so hard to piss him out the box. Tyler Adams on the ball now, as you can see. We're just trying to get the ball off him any point in time. But as I say, we conceded the free kick, and it is a decent and one on the edge of the area to try and see if they can whip it into the box. Red and black shirts offering support as a decent decent ball was played, and unfortunately Traore has got onto the end of the header to make it 1-1 inside the 31st minute, and that was definitely deserved. It's been all Bournemouth since our goal. They've applied a lot of pressure, a lot of possession, and that's unfortunately what you get with the Premier League. Decent effort though, nevertheless. A decent delivery was made, and we just couldn't clear it in enough time. No one marking Traore, and unfortunately it is now 1-1. So hopefully we can get ourselves back into the game and get another goal, because when not having the biggest of players on the pitch, it does worry me sometimes, but hopefully we can continue and the team spirit will be there. But we don't start the first half any better off the restart there, as you can see, as Caicedo loses the ball straight away. And Medri does make an interception now as he finds Mukiele on the right hand side. He hasn't really got much pace, but he's doing well on the right hand side. He's looking good here as he's got his teammate Akrima Fifth to play it to. So's Lopez as he makes the run. Lopez in here, but Sander makes a very, very good save, then putting it out for a corner kick as we continue on in the first half. Nothing amounts to the corner as we continue on in play then. Bournemouth have got possession here, but not for long as Mukiele picks up the ball then really, really well. Can't get the pass off quick enough though as he loses the ball straight away then as Ovlian tries to see if he can get something going. Persias clears his lines as he finds Akrima Fifth in a decent area here as Akrima Fifth charges forward now as he finds Francisco Lopez. Lopez in here as he's only got the keeper to beat, and he has done exactly that to make it 2-1 in this tie as the Brazilian beats Sanders so well then. Hasn't had much game time recently, but he definitely knows where the goal is still, that is for sure, and he has found it perfectly there, making it 2-1 just before the half-time whistle is blown. As I said, it's not really the best performances in terms of the players that we've actually got on the pitch, but we're definitely making the most of what we got. Decent effort on his right foot, just nailing it into the bottom corner, leaving the keeper no chance to be able to get to that one whatsoever, and we find ourselves with another 1-goal advantage near to the end of the first half now as we look to try and see if we can create something for the last final time in this half. A Fifth finds the barrier on the left hand side, doing really well to get the play going, really dicey, but unfortunately the cross just wasn't enough there as Sander collects comfortably, as he will clear his lines and as we wait to see the final whistle being blown in this first half. But it looks to be they're going to get one more final chance. Che Adams picks it up as you see. He just gets dragged to the right for whatever reason, I'm not too sure. He does really well with it. He's not really known for pace as we know, but he does well to be able to pick it up on the right hand side and actually get the advantage being played. He skips past one, he skips past two, he finds Amiri, and Phillips has put it out for a corner kick then as we await to try and see if we can clear this one before the half-time whistle is being blown. Then there's a look to try and see if we can get a corner in. Decent delivery there as Saul meets it with a header, but nothing gets of it then as it will be blown in the half-time whistle. And now we go into the second half of this tie as Louis Barry looks to try and see if he can start things off nice and quick here, but he can't as Clivert makes a really good interception. He finds Gillette then another 6 then as he tries to see if he can create something on the right-hand side. Quintana sticks a foot out though as he finds Louis Barry on the left-hand side also. Play moving really nice and fast here as Louis Barry whips the ball in. Akrima Fifth is there, but unfortunately cannot get it. It's point blank at the keeper for whatever reason. I'm not too sure why he didn't make the most of it, but yeah, very, very unlucky, and that's another unlucky chance there as Persiers has a decent effort from the corner. Another corner taken as Harold Medri whips it in then. It falls out to Phillips then and he puts it on to Barry. Barry to Schurz here as he takes his time to be able to turn past the midfielders. Holds the ball up really nicely. He's not exactly one for attacking, but he finds Gustavo Heimer. Heimer onto a fifth now, but what a save that is by Sander, and what a ball that was from Heimer. He just picked him out really, really well, but unfortunately just wasn't enough to beat the keeper, and it still stays 2-1. The clock is ticking. Can Bournemouth get themselves back into it and snatch a point let on as Clivert tries to see if he can get something going here, but Phillips makes a really good interception. He loses it as Perone does so well, but once again Valisev on his toes there as he makes a big save. Pretty much it feels like at the time it was defining the result, but he's still got minutes to play as Persiers makes a really good interception there against the run of play. Unfortunately Mateus Nunes picks it back up though on the left hand side, so he looks to try and see if he can play Che Adams in. Does well to battle past Phillips then as he gets the ball still on his area really nicely between his feet there as Clivert finds his teammate Mateus Nunes, but Phillips makes a decent block there as we look to go on the attack for one last time. A fifth onto Lopez and Lopez charging forward. The gap is appearing, the gap is open. Lopez in on goal, surely the keeper to beat, only the keeper to beat. He squares it to Mukiele, and fair play to Francisco Lopez because he's assisted his teammate Mukiele to find the back of the net to make it 3-1, and that will be game, set and the match. Brilliant stuff from Mukiele. Doesn't really often get a chance, but he's definitely taken it when he's gone onto the pitch. Very nice goal. He's played the full 90 also, so it's a big ask play to come when you've got teammates at low sharpness at the same time. You don't really expect a big performance, but he's definitely delivered here. A decent effort on his left foot. Keep having no chance with that one as the defenders just won't help him in any situation possible. Nails into the top corner there. He does the best to be able to save it, but it's not enough as Mukiele gets that rare celebration in front of the home fans. full-time whistle here blown at the JD Cook Arena, and this has been a very successful episode for us, that is for sure. We've actually gone in front of Manchester City, we've been able to stick with it also, and we've had a belter of a first leg against Napoli. So yeah, we're doing very, very well for ourselves, that is for sure, and hopefully we can just bring that on even further into the final episode. Having done so well in the first leg, I thought it'd actually be okay to simulate this one as we look to try and see if we can get through to the final of the Champions League. We do it, but in a very strange fashion. We actually went 3-0 down, not having scored a goal whatsoever in the tie. And we end up actually winning on penalties in the end. 5-3 on penalties in the end. So fair play to the boys. Went all the whole distance in terms of extra time and then on to penalties. So we actually wasted that lead, but I'm not too fussed whatsoever because we're through. We're through to the Champions League final, and we're going to await our opponent just yet because the other leg hasn't been played. PSG currently with an advantage going into the home leg against Borussia Dortmund. It's going to be about PSG or Dortmund, so big ties whoever we face. But this is the Premier League table, and Man City have messed up again. Look at that. 35 played, 125, drawn 9 and lost 1. Currently sitting on 84 points, and instead of a 1-point advantage, we've got a 3-point advantage. Man City must have lost their previous tie, and unfortunately they're looking to go even further down the table. That is very, very lucky to be able to be in that sort of position, though. That is for sure, and we're still yet to play them. That's going to be very, very exciting, but we're going to have to wait to the final episode for that to happen. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.